Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Henry again on second down.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Ian Thomas, 30 yards. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Jags grab it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Eluding the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. On first down, it's Tannehill. Jones has it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And able to get this one across. before he's brought down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air again, Tannehill.
Open man is McMath.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Only able to gain a couple there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Now Evans hit, and the ball pops free. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Brady going to look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Shifts by him. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They hand this off to Harris. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it because...
And a loose football, and the Jags grab it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Congratulations on yet another victory. You can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.